Hello guys. It'll end 2024 years soon. That's why I'm gonna look at 2024 years, Japanese money, meals of Japanese social welfare, Japanese natures, GGST. I'm gonna look back these. Here I go.
金騎士として恥ずかしくないのか
Money of Japan had happened many incidents 2024 years. Bankers and securities brokers had leaked informations of customers to Japanese mafia because they wanted to earn more money. Not only that, to begin with, due to poor individual performance? Nevertheless, this is known to Japanese people as a common means originally. In 2024 years, more surprisingly, incidents had happened over and over again in Japan. A Japanese securities broker was gonna kill his customer and rob that's money. In addition, had set fire to his customer's house. So, we'll go as far as to kill the steal moment. A few weeks ago, the top of a bank had stolen customers' money, and she has been escaping for now. Well, she had stolen these money for almost 4 years from safe deposit boxes. Why not busted soon? Cause she had been the top of a bank. In other words, cause she could have control system of that bank. Therefore, some of Japanese people don't tend to trust Japanese banker and Japanese securities broker. I can feel their feelings now. I never thought Japanese securities brokers and bankers would do this. This is real Japanese money to prevent these incidents. Don't boast about being rich. Japanese ice sword. In addition, Japanese labor market has been changed in a sense. Japanese presidents tends to employ part-time workers in recent. That's also short times such as for 3 hours to 4 hours. Why? Cause Japanese presidents are supposed to be unable to fire workers easily, whether they're official workers or part-time workers as for a long time. In that context, an app similar to TEPPEI is popular in Japan. Why? Because they are workers to work on a short time. That's why Japanese presidents is supposed to be able to fire them easily. Not only that, users of this app aren't only students, but also over 40 years old workers. Needless to say, rewards of these work are totally cheap. To begin with, Japanese people are totally broke money for now. Anyway, Japan is required to be able to fire workers, whether they are official workers or not.
いや、これさえあれば、あんな奴らなんかに。
I've been Japanese hikikomori for 4 years. Not only that, I'm already broke moment. Therefore, I can't have a dinner in Japanese restaurant. I gotta make meals by myself. So, whether Japanese meals or bread or cake, I'll introduce you some of them. Ultimate Japanese donuts. I deep fried these donuts by oven. These donuts are filled with custard cream. Not only that, chewy texture. This chewy texture makes me happy in the terms of bread. To my opinion, there's relatively no Japanese bakers to be able to express these chewy texture in Japan. Japanese ultimate ampin. Do you know onko? Onko is a traditional Japanese sweet red bean paste made primarily from azuki beans. That's filled with inside these breads. Needless to say, I can feel chewy texture when eat these ampins. As I expected, it's required to be chewy texture about breads. Japanese hamburger. It's too late though. There's relatively no cultures to eat hamburger on rice. However, it's natural to eat a hamburger on rice in Japan. Demigless sauce, hamburger, rice. These combinations are supposed to work out well than I thought. Don't you try to do it. Like this. Japanese people are supposed to be able to make delicious meals by ourselves, whether we're rich or not. So, thanks to internet and smartphone, we're supposed to be able to access information to want to know. What a wonderful world and era. We gotta take advantage of these tools. Japanese nature is beautiful. Speaking of Japanese nature, it's Mount Fuji. Finally, I'd climbed the summit of the Mount Fuji this year.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
The scenery of the Mount Fuji is beautiful. Why climb Mount Fuji? The reasons of this are some there. Mount Fuji is a symbol of Japan. In addition, fools can't climb Mount Fuji. In other words, accomplishing to climb Mount Fuji is symbol of status against myself. I had climbed Kaoyasu.
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Kaoyasu is supposed to be a site of World Heritage. Therefore, as same as Mount Fuji, Kaoyasu is also supposed to be popular to all over the world. I figured it out one thing while kept climbing. That's mental training. There's many similar ways in Kaoyasu. That's why I was tired. However, I'd accomplished to get to Kaoyasu. By the way, I'd walked over 20 kilometers, maybe. Needless to say, Japanese nature isn't, but mountains also river and beach. All of the scenery is beautiful. Don't you come to Japan? Japanese yen has been cheap for now. Not only that, Japanese restaurant is good taste. Anyway, 2 sightseeing Japan is bonus time for now. It has taken 4 years for GGST to start. I've played KY in the beginning. Especially, Reversal Stun Dipper had been strong at that time. That's why we had gotta pay attention against tension gauges of KY over than ever more. Well, except for Reversal Stun Dipper. At this point, there's no change to pay attention against Stun Dipper. After that, I've played Bedman since Season 2. At that time, Bedman isn't supposed to be strong. 6P wasn't wide than I expected. Can't take over error movements when accomplished to do wall break. Well, at this point, these problems were solved. Not only that, somehow, Bedman is supposed to be useful and comfortable in the terms of JS and JD. Well, thanks to the latest update, Bedman won't be supposed to be able to restrain the opponent as usual. At this point, I've played Dizzy for now. Unfortunately, Dizzy isn't supposed to be strong in the terms of normal movements. Well, except for specific scenes and characters. On the contrary, it's conditions to combinate normal movements with special movements. Nevertheless, the latest update will be held next week. Well, the totally almost of characters will be supposed to be less power relatively. Anyway, I'll expect the latest update. And then I'll expect Venom. I want to play Venom early. 'Cause I'm Japanese baker?
Destiny! Freedom.
I'll be Hikikomori 20-25 years. Baking breads and cake, traveling, training. On the other hand, Japanese people had better have something to feel happiness without consuming money. Otherwise, we tend to be unhappy. Maybe this isn't only Japan, but also the other countries. Nevertheless, it'll be difficult to adapt immediately. What do you think?
Slap.
Lord Sadler Todopoderoso. ¡Ahí va